everybody. It's Linda Frame from DailyAdversitySupport.com. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so glad and grateful that you did. Yesterday, if you recall, if you were here, you heard me talk about rebuilding. And rebuilding, I asked what that meant to you. And I talked about rebuilding from broken relationships, loss of jobs, retirement. But I had a couple of viewers ask me a question, and it was related to medical issues. And so I'm going to go back, and I'm going to talk about rebuilding again if you've been diagnosed with something, because that is important. And I apologize profusely for leaving that out, because especially with my background, I never should have left that out. So I apologize for that. So let's talk about rebuilding after you've had a terminal diagnosis, maybe, or any type of illness or injury or disability. How do you do that? How do you do that? Well, first of all, you have to accept what you have. This is the next chapter in your life. So this is what your challenge is going to be. Whether you like it or not, you cannot change it. But the main thing that I want you to get into your thought process and into your mind is don't give up. Easier said than done? No, it's not. Don't think that, well, I've got a diagnosis and they've given me X amount of time to live. And that's about how far the illness or whatever it is takes its course. That is not always true. I'm not a doctor, but I'm going to share some stories with you. They are giving you, they can't tell you. They don't know, and they will tell you they don't know. But they think about it could be this, that, or the other thing as to how long, because that's based on what they've had in their experience in the past. But that doesn't mean that's going to happen. Your mind and your belief has more power than anything. I have had patients who've had 3 weeks to live. 4 years and 7 months later, they were still alive. I've had patients that were given a year to live. 12 years later, they're still moving around and working. Not working at a job, but they're working at home. You have to make up your mind what this is going to do with you. You cannot crawl up in a ball and give up and say, okay, I'm just going to sit here until I die. You cannot do that, because that means that you, yes, you are making that determination as to when. So instead of sitting around, regardless of what your diagnosis is, you need to move around. You need to do things. You need to think of other things that you would like to do and do them to the fullest extent that you can handle it. Don't just sit there and wait. And I'm being pretty stern today, because it's very important that you understand this. Keep going, keep moving, and build up your endurance. Keep building up your endurance. If you're reliant on oxygen, for example, keep building up your endurance. Keep moving around without the oxygen. Keep going longer spans without the oxygen. When you sit down after doing something, sit quieter and try to recover without grabbing the oxygen, for example. Okay? Don't make up your mind that you're just going to sit there and wear your oxygen until it's time for you to go. No, your power is up here. That is what's going to keep you going. The same thing with recovering from an illness or having surgery. The more you move, the more you get up and move and feed your body and feed your mind with personal development readings, the stronger you're going to get. So don't sit there and wait. Get up and move. If you have to use a walker, if you have to use a cane, use it. That's going to be your guide. But you got to keep going. You've got to keep going, okay? This is very long today, and I'm very sorry. But it is a very important subject, and I'm really glad that I did this alone rather than with the other categories. So get up and move. Don't sit there and wait. Take care of yourself and make the most of yourself. Okay? Don't give up. This is Linda Frame at dailyadversitysupport.com. Thank you so much for stopping by. And remember, be kind to the other person. You never know what they're going through. I love all of you. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.